Hello everyone, I'm the Real Solid Snake and welcome to another episode of the Irish Critics. I know it's been a long time coming now, we've been away for a few months. Why the fuck am I even saying this? We do this every single fucking time. We go away for a few months and I'm always apologising for being away. We just make videos whenever we can, okay? So, this being the first video of 2015, naturally the first video every year, I present my top 10 movies. So, here they are. Here are the top 10 movies that I saw in 2014. Number 10. Dallas Buyers Club. Okay, I never really was that interested in seeing this movie, but obviously my mind was changed whenever I heard all the, critical reviews, the critical response to Matthew McConaughey's performance. So I then decided to go see this movie, and yes, I was taken aback by his performance. It was absolutely incredible. I thought the story was. It was heartwarming. Yes, I know in a way, because of Matthew McConaughey's character as a racist and a homophobe, but it was just the total change of his character to see him become more sympathetic towards other gay people and people who are suffering from the AIDS virus. It's a story of hope, basically, and Matthew McConaughey should be commended for the performance that he gave. It's always good to see an actor make such a huge comeback to the world of movies, and Matthew McConaughey deserves all the praise that he got for this movie. So, yep, Dallas Buyers Club at number 10. Number 9. The Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 1. Yep, it's a bit lower down this list than the previous movie was on the other list. The reason behind that is because, well, Mockingjay, while it still is a really good movie, it's still half of one whole story. So whenever Part 2 comes out this November, obviously I would look at it as one film and make a better judgment. But for now, it has to sit here at this place. Still, the performances were fantastic, set pieces were excellent, tension as well was there. It was... it's just really interesting. For someone who actually hasn't read the books, you don't really know where the story's going to go next, and that's what makes it all the more intriguing. Really interested in seeing what happens next in Mockingjay Part 2 and seeing how the whole story wraps up. But I also have to say that movie studios that are constantly splitting big books into two parts, it's gotta stop somewhere. Seriously, I don't know if Mockingjay was needed to be split into two, but it obviously just, it obviously just does build up the tension for the final part, for the marketing push, that way that you can get in the big numbers. So yeah, Mockingjay Part 1, still a great movie, and it sits here at number 9 on the top 10 of 2014. So, Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 1 at number 9. Number 8. The Lego Movie. This movie is fucking awesome. I went to see it, it was pretty early in the year, and it did not contain a single boring minute in it. It was, to be honest with you, I thought it was just batshit insane. It has some of the most colourful characters, specifically Liam Neeson's good cop, bad cop. He was actually my favourite. Not to mention the appearance of Batman himself. I mean, what is there not to love about the Lego Movie? It is pure fun for everyone of any age whatsoever, and that is why it is one of the top films of last year. So if you haven't seen it, I really would recommend checking it out. You wouldn't be disappointed. So Lego Movie at number 8. Number 7. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. The word superior sequel doesn't come around very often in the world of movies, specifically ones from Hollywood. And this is one of those exceptions here. This is a vastly superior sequel. And, well, I can't really comment on how better it is to the other Planet of the Apes movies. I haven't seen them. But I have heard from a lot of people that say that this, is the best Planet of the Apes movie ever. I don't know about that. Maybe I should watch the original Planet of the Apes sometime, if I ever do get around to it. Probably would. But for this, I have to say, performances are absolutely incredible. Andy Serkis as Caesar, just magnificent. But I think the standout performance for this has to be Toby Kebbell as Koba. How awesome was that bad guy? He was just incredible. Evil, twisted. It made the film totally worth watching. It was a totally dark movie. It makes you crave the next one, which I'm going to call it here, folks. They're going to title the next movie War of the Planet of the Apes. Probably going to make myself look stupid for that, but that's my prediction. But no, it was, to me, a triumph of a film. It was one of the best action films of the summer, and like I say, I think it'll go down as one of the greatest movie sequels of all time. Yeah, so Dawn of the Planet of the Apes at number 7. Number 6. X-Men Days of Future Past. Finally, we get the X-Men film that we have been craving since, well, a long time. I would say X-Men 2. Now, I know the last one I said Wolverine was the best one since X-Men 2, but I mean X-Men movie itself in general. And the Days of Future Past storyline, for anybody who's fans of the comic book itself, they know it involves around the extinction of the mutant race, the creation of the Sentinels. It's all covered here, and it's covered in such great style, bringing back all the cast and crew, old and new, bringing back original director Bryan Singer, triumphant return for him to the world of X-Men. It just blew me away, really. The X-Men film, it was incredible. That's all I can say about this. Like, you know, it was just great to see everyone back again. Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, and of course, no X-Men film is complete without Hugh Jackman, of course, as Wolverine. But X-Men Days of Future Past at number 6. Number 5. The Wolf of Wall Street. What did I say before? The Lego Movie was batshit insane? Well, it's nearly not as batshit insane as this film. Being one of Martin Scorsese's best movies in a long time, this movie was the epitome of debauchery, foul language, drugs, everything from the get-go, really. I mean, for God's sake, in the first few minutes, one of the opening shots, like, you know, was Leonardo DiCaprio snorting cocaine out of a prostitute's asshole. That would grab your attention in any way. But not only that, yes, it's a 3-hour long movie, but to be honest with you, I did not find that it dragged at any point. But yes, The Wolf of Wall Street is a great movie. It has great performances. Another performance I'll give a shout out to is Jonah Hill. He's really starting to impress me, like, with his performances in his non-comedic roles. Something that I wish him all the best of luck for, all the best of success, and I hope he continues to go down that path, like, because I think that you know, he will go on to do great things, Jonah Hill. So out of this, I don't know what to. I'll look forward to the next Martin Scorsese film, and hopefully it won't be too long before we see the next DiCaprio and Scorsese team up as well after this. So, yep, The Wolf of Wall Street sits here at number 5. Number 4. 12 Years a Slave. This was a brutal film, and it featured, like, really a very brutal depiction of the slave era of 19th century America. It, like I say, when I say brutal, it was just very, very gruesome, very hard to watch in some places. But what it did, obviously because it's a true story, it grips you, like, you with this one man's struggle to return to his family, and that, I think, like, you, his struggle is obviously the heart and soul of the movie, and obviously the friendships that he strikes up with fellow slavers. And 12 Years a Slave was a really good film. I loved it immensely back around Oscar season. Was it best picture worthy material? No, I have to say no. I don't think it should have won best picture. Don't know what could have won Best Picture last year, but I don't think it would have won 12 Years a Slave. But still one of the best ones of last year. So it sits here at number 4, 12 Years a Slave. Number 3, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. another superior sequel from last year, and in the Marvel Universe as well, rarely happens. This was absolutely amazing. It was just balls to the wall action, an incredible storyline of betrayal, of friendship, trust, of the tension, the action, everything was here. It was actually now it's going to go down as one of the better films of Phase 2 in the Marvel Universe. Absolutely, without a doubt. And I look forward to the next one that comes out of this Civil War. So yeah, Captain America Winter Soldier, superior sequel, one of the best Marvel films ever, at number 3. Number 2, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. Not quite grasping number 1, but still, I absolutely loved this film. It was, in my view, the superior of the 3, yes. I just thought, you know, for a 2.5-hour film, like, you know, it just blazed through it, like, it felt so quick, it's so enjoyable. Peter Jackson, you know, a lot of people give the Hobbit trilogies a lot of flack, because they stretched it out. Well, I thought the same thing. I also have to look at it this way too. When I first read the Hobbit books, I thought they were incredibly boring. I thought they was incredibly slow. And so when I heard that they were splitting it into 3 movies, I thought, okay, maybe the movies will be quite bad. But no, I look back at it now and I just thought, even though they are split out and some stories and scenes are extended and some scenes are added in, Peter Jackson has at least made the story of the Hobbit entertaining. And this one, he does give it quite the emotional send-off. So it's, to me, it's, well, the end of an era for the Middle-earth saga. Of course, they can't go back and do another one because, well, The Lord of the Rings was said to be unfilmable. I'm pretty sure, well, from what I heard from you know, my brothers, etc., who've read the Silmarillion, that it is definitely not going to be able to be filmed. So this will be it. This is it for Middle-earth, and it was quite a send-off. Still not as good as the Lord of the Rings trilogy, though. But hey, what was ever going to top that? But The Hobbit, like, I think, is still a triumph. So The Hobbit: The Battle of the Five Armies at number 2. And the number 1 film that I saw in 2014 is Guardians of the Galaxy. This movie is awesome. Fucking awesome. These relatively unknown heroes band together to take down evil. They're pretty much the Space Avengers. Yes, everyone has called them that, but you know, take us a shit. Like, it was, I mean, Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket Raccoon and Groot. They're the most kick-ass team that ever just came out of nowhere. They were the most obscure, well, one of the most obscure superhero teams in the Marvel Universe. Now, everyone fucking loves them because of the movie that came out last year. It's, seeing Thanos on screen for the first time is pretty awesome too. Well, it wasn't the first time, but the first time you actually saw him, you know, this character, talking, everything. It just really makes you, when I was watching it, I was just having images of, you know, how everything was all going to tie up in the end. And obviously, like, whenever the Avengers 3, you know, comes to a conclusion, Guardians of the Galaxy just kicks ass. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and buy the DVD. Really, it is the best film of last year, the most fun, and can't wait for the next one. Absolutely. So that's my top 10 movies of 2014, and you know, like last year, I'm going to round it off, like, you know, with my not so favorite. And so the worst movie of 2014 is, you know, did anybody really need a second guess as to what the worst movie of 2014 for me was? Yes. Michael Bay's Strikes Again. Not once, but twice this year. I know he didn't direct Turtles, but he still produced it, and it still had his stamp of approval all over it. But this is the biggest shit stain on cinema last year. Transformers: Age of Extinction, one of the worst, god-awful movies ever created, ever. It deserves to burn in the fires of hell. It is absolutely atrocious. So that's the worst movie ever in last year, and of course just of all time in general. In other words, it's really bad, and I didn't like it. So that's it from me. I'm the Real Solid Snake, and hopefully we'll be back some time soon with more reviews for you. So until then, take care.